Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Right now, I'm sitting in front of the window, and there is some amazing weather. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day as well, and let's get back into another daily crypto video. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the daily crypto news, make sure you support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing. And I guess the question of today is, what's the weather like over at where you live? First of all, Bitcoin's worth $300,000 recovered by breaking zip encryption. Bitcoin private keys found by cracking InfoZip, and act raises security concerns. A cryptographer has posted an article discussing how he cracked an encrypted zip file to recover a lost hoard of Bitcoin keys. This story underscores the need to keep keys safe and always remember the passwords. So, Bitcoin private keys found by cracking InfoZip, well, that's basically the whole situation. The file contained the private keys to 300,000 US dollars worth of Bitcoin purchased in 2016, yet the man had forgotten the password, which is definitely quite an interesting one. Really interesting. This person contacted the PhD in computer science person to decrack his codes. Back in January 2016, he had bought them for around $10,000 or $15,000 worth of Bitcoin and put the keys in an encrypted zip file. Now they were worth upwards of $300,000, and he couldn't remember the password. Luckily, he still had the original laptop and knew exactly when the encryption took place because InfoZip seeds its entropy using the timestamp that promised to reduce the work enormously, only 10 quintillion, and made it quite feasible. In a matter of a couple of months on a medium GPU farm, we made a contract and I got to work. That is so insane, guys, to talk about that actually and to think about this as well. Stay notes that he was able to relearn his earlier skills and with some help crack the zip file within a matter of days. So, wow, right? Wow. Act raises security concerns. Well, of course, is the other side of things. Experts agree that the encryption behind Bitcoin and most other top altcoins is extremely secure, and attempts to crack private keys using presently available techniques would be futile because it would not work at all. Maybe like the quantum computers that Google and stuff were talking about could work at one point in the future. Nevertheless, there remains a risk of theft or loss if such keys are not stored properly. And unfortunately, it's always human error. And I don't believe that there's actually any safety security concerns at all. But yeah, they're wondering about it. I don't think so at all though. Bitcoin price struggling to break $7,000. Here's the worst case scenario. Well, there is no worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is we fall down to, nothing. So what could they be talking about, right? They're actually talking about different scenarios for Bitcoin right now. So if we scroll up a little bit, Bitcoin hovering against crucial resistance for bullish momentum. So what we're seeing right here. Price of Bitcoin is also fighting a 100-week MA. Total market capitalization also fighting crucial resistance. I don't know if that's actually too much true, but all right. The bullish scenario for Bitcoin is this is about to happen. If we zoom in, we can't zoom in. We can do it like that. The bearish scenario for Bitcoin, we can see right here. And that was this article. Don't want to make too many words foul on this because, as I said before, it's just theories and we all know it can go either up or down. So what's the question there, right? Bitcoin versus Ethereum, which is a better investment in 2020? I want to actually dedicate a whole video to this later today, but basically what my opinion on that is that Bitcoin has the biggest potential to be the leader of a big bull run, and Ethereum is actually most useful at this point since it's acting as a platform. Many people are sitting at home right now, and also Ethereum is down way further than Bitcoin is, so whenever there is another bullish run, there is a lot more potential for big gains with Ethereum over Bitcoin, but I guess the safer bet is Bitcoin still. Bitcoin stays below 7,000 as Tone Phase predicts breakout in April. So another day, another prediction. Miners gear up for 3 halvings. Well, basically, this Bitcoin halving and of course the Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV halvings could be having some influence They could be doing something crazy. We don't know too much about it yet, but some are expecting the price to already go up in anticipation of the halving that's coming up relatively soon here. Yes, it could be. First, US bank closes down during the vid-19 pandemic. Is this a bullish case for Bitcoin? Well, I would not necessarily state it's by definition a bullish case for Bitcoin, but I would say that this is again another call for the digital banking and another call for digital currencies and whatnot. In the sense of we're showing once more, or we are shown once more, how important digital currencies are and how important it is that none of your money related things should have to involve a central authority or a bank or financial institution like that. They should not have to if you don't want to. And one of the cool things about XRP as well is that you could be using, for example, MoneyGram to, get your US dollars over to XRP to Mexican pesos like that. You could, right? But you could also just send your friend some XRP in the easiest way possible, right? Without having a bank account. He just needs a computer or a phone like that. And with dollars, it could happen as well, but I think there's so many more difficult parts. Like, for example, what type of app are you gonna use to send your dollars there, and where can that person switch their dollars over? Because it's possible always if you think about it, but it's always a little bit more difficult, I'm assuming. But yeah. XRP could be poised for a 20% rally as bullish undercurrent emerges. As I said before, this is something you'll see every single day. It is people telling you that there could be a 20% rally. People telling you there could be this happening, could be that happening. But exactly the opposite can happen as well, which is why these articles are sometimes fun to just read through and get some grasp of, but never to be trusted. Never. XRP inches higher, battles with Tether for number 3 market cap spot. So that's actually a little bit more frightening, though, that Tether is now coming in quite hot, quite close at $6.12 billion, cutting it quite close to XRP at $7.5 billion. And some are speculating already that Tether is going to be going above XRP relatively soon. And I'm also quite interested to see what that has to bring and what is going to be coming at that. This supports level could bolster the crypto's BTC trading pair. Well, we talked about that earlier in an earlier video about this exact theory, and I think it was also right here. Arturo Portilla says this week in XRP community. Xoom released 10k plus users. XRPL.ws cluster taps XRP forensics. Anchorage supports XRP. We had a little bit more about that. Crypto custody firm lists XRP for institutional clients. We actually covered it exactly the moment it came out, which I believe was the 2nd of April. We covered it in a video instantly because by accident I noticed it very, very early. But yeah, that's actually really amazing because Anchorage is already quite a big firm, and now allowing XRP to get on there as well opens up a lot of these big guys with lots of money to also invest into XRP and to hold it safely, because custodial services, I always believe, are the key for getting institutional clients. It's one of the only ways you're going to get them, because they want to be sure that their money is held safely and taken care of well. And that's what these guys are for, and that's when you also will see the billionaires hop on, right? So that's really amazing to see, in my opinion. Cointelegraph reached out to Ripple for its comment on the addition of XRP to Anchorage's custody solution, but had not received a response at time of publishing. I actually don't know if they normally receive responses to that type of stuff. I was kind of interested in that sentence as well. XRP liquidity hits new all-time high as large amounts of XRP keep moving between wallets. So a couple of things happened in that regard today. I believe that David Schwartz sent about 30,000 XRP to the XRP fund, or one of those funds like that. Liquidity is ramping up like crazy. Some of the big guys are sending some more money. We saw that in the previous video. But to read The index of XRP liquidity reaches a new all-time high in the Mexican ODL corridor, while almost 100 million XRP moved between anonymous wallets and top crypto exchanges. A lot is moving. A lot is moving. Here we see XRP to Mexican pesos making a new all-time high. Earlier today, I showed you guys XRP to Australian dollar making an all-time high. And it's all happening right now. A lot of us are not watching it closely. But as I said before, within the shortest amount of time, they're going to get to $100 million each day. And then within the shortest amount of time, it's going to get to $1 billion each day. And that's when you really start to see it ramping up. It's going to be insane. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. To move further, though, Azimo partners SCB via RippleNet. We talked about that earlier as well. Spring Software Development Kit supports ILP Stream. I actually did not get a notification of that at all, but that's good to see. XRP-L version 1.5.0 has been released. Nick Bogales proposed XRP-L blinded tags. This proposition we went over twice in videos already. Shizuoka Bank invests in MoneyTap. Submission SBI Netbank connects with Line Pay via MoneyTap. SBI invests in Russian payment fintech company Kiwi. Santander to expand OnePayFX to Mexico in early 2020. And SBI Cambodian subsidiary acquires banking license. A lot is going on, guys. A lot of good is coming on. Really, really nice to see. And then last but not least, the real Kiyosaki put on Twitter, death of the dollar. People desperate for money. Very sad. If government gives you free money, take it yet spend it wisely. Do not save. Buy gold, silver, Bitcoin. Dollar is dying. Silver $20, best 5 for future security. Everyone can afford $20, especially with free fake money. Really interesting for him to put it out like that. But one of the cool parts is he says buy Bitcoin. And then Status, who is often a really good source of these types of things. I don't even know how to explain exactly what type of content he posts, but a lot of guides and infographics, that's what it is. And he posted now, XRP is far better than Bitcoin. So Kiyosaki said buy Bitcoin because you're getting free fake money. It's useless, so spend it wisely. And then Status says, well, Bitcoin is good, but XRP is actually better than Bitcoin. Why? Well, it is faster, cheaper, more scalable, and consumes less energy. And the fun fact about it is true. So however much I like Bitcoin, as you guys know, I'm definitely bullish on that. Definitely a fan long on Bitcoin. XRP is better in a lot of different ways in that sense, right? It's cheaper. It's faster, it's more environment friendly in that sense as well. Because if you check here, energy consumption per year, 0.0 terawatt hour, I think. Power consumption of Vatican City, population 1,000. And the energy consumption Bitcoin, 73.12 terawatt hour. Power consumption of Austria, which has a population of 9 million. And if you talk about it like that, that's just insane. Really, really crazy. Now, this part at the bottom, these are just info. I would not care too much about it. Same for this right here. It's just a little bit of backstory to it. But this on the right here is what matters the most. You know, transactions per second, XRP is way better. Speed per transaction, XP is way better. Average transaction fee, XP is way better. Consensus mechanism, there's a lot of different ideas about that, so I would kind of leave that in the dark. Many will say consensus, what XRP has, is way better. Some will say proof of work is the only true crypto way to do it, so we'll leave that one open. Smart contract features, XRP doing it better. Decentralized exchange, not too heavy right now, but XRP doing it better. Escrow feature, debatable. Mining, again, debatable in essence. But yeah, guys, XRP is better in a lot of sense than, in a lot of aspects than Bitcoin. It's just the truth, right? Bitcoin is just a lot more popular, but yeah, there are many coins that are just really better in everything than Bitcoin, and it's just a fact. But hey, I don't know how I'm going to title this video yet because I don't want to call it XRP is better than Bitcoin, but I'll have to see. I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very, very nice day.